All right, so I'm currently reading Absolute Regression. It's currently ongoing. I don't know how many chapters out, but there's a lot of chapters out and pretty good. I'm currently caught up right now. And uh, sorry, I'm not sure what to talk about this, but it's, as you can tell, it's a regression manhwa based on the name. And it's a martial arts manhwa. So it's martial arts and regression. And I guess, I mean, I don't know if spoilers or not, whatever. Um, but it is a lot of yapping for a martial arts manhwa. It is like 90% yapping, and I use yapping in a like good uh, context. But it's a lot of yapping, 90%, and then there's like 10% fighting or something like that. But honestly, the yapping is like extremely good. That's really what I have to say about it. Um, it's not your typical like action manhwa where like the person cultivates their internal energy and then they train their martial arts and get their body up to strength and stuff like that, and then uh, and then they beat people after people after people, right? Um, I mean, there are like essence of that in here, but it's not to the extent where like most martial arts manhwa, either it be regression or either it be a normal manhwa, normal martial arts manhwa without the regression aspect. Um, it's it's more political. It's more like thinking and all that kind of stuff. And it's really good for what it is. Um, sorry, that's a bad phrasing. I don't mean that negatively for what it is. Um, it's really good. I like it a lot, and I would recommend it if you like reading manhwa, and if you like just reading about people yap. Uh, so the thing is, it's ongoing, so I don't really remember much because I'm reading like freaking 900 ongoing manhwa right now, so I don't remember like all the small parts of it or whatever. But I pulled up some stuff to like refresh my memory. Um, and I guess this is definitely spoilers, like after this or whatever. But yeah, yes, I would recommend it. Um, it's good. I think that's really it. If you're like 3 minutes in and you want to know whether you should read this or not, just know it's a lot of a lot more. It's a lot less action and a lot more just like dialogue between people. So that's out of the way. Uh, the I mean, I don't have anything like off the top of my head, like just examples or things like that to talk about. But just the dialogue is, I think, probably honestly, if I had to rate it, I think it's probably out of all the manhwas I read, eh, probably number one, number two. I mean, at least top five, but maybe it is number one in terms of uh, like dialogue between like people, conversation, stuff like that. The the main character is extremely witty, and he responds in many different ways. Where I'm like, dang, if I had this like wit IRL, if I could respond to people in this kind of manner, um, well, I feel like I would never talk like that in the first place um, with somebody in real life, but to be able to respond uh, in certain situations with how quickly he does, right? Like it's not like where, for example, you're having an argument or you're having like people are like telling jokes between each other or I don't know any IRL situation, right? And then you me um, are like in that situation, and then we say something like that just like comes off the top of your head, right? Um, and then fast forward 1 to 3 or 4 hours later when you're at home or in a different location and your brain is like racking about that conversation and it like comes up with something way better, uh, that is like him, right? The main character, I forget his name, sorry. Um, Yom Mug. Sorry, I don't know Korean, so I don't know how to pronounce this properly. Um, but the main character, he basically like does that, right? But or I mean, he doesn't do that. He kind of bypasses that as a as an example. I don't. Sorry, I don't know how to like describe it, but like he is able to have those witty responses like off the dome, and this is like back to back to back to back, right? And it's probably because it's an aspect that like he is like old. In the beginning of the manhwa, he's like old, and he comes back, and then he still has his mind from I don't know how long he spent before he regressed, but he still has like all that life experience and stuff like that, and now he's able to like carry it back. So he's the thing I like a lot about this manhwa is that he maintains like his intelligence, right? He maintains basically all of his life experiences and how like it shapes him as a person and how he's able to go through a lot of the situations that uh, that you see in the manhwa. Um, for example, the his sorry, I'm not sure what to talk about off the top of my head because as always I never plan on like what I'm going to talk about. But the so the blood sword demon, blood lord, I forget his name, but the old guy with the like giant uh like giant cleavitus sorry, is it cleavitus or is that the anime? Um the giant sword, the claymore. Is it a claymore? I don't think that's a claymore. Maybe it is, but like but it's like cut in half or something. Um his conversations between him and the blood demon, I forget his name. I, sorry if I am also saying the wrong title for these people. Um, but him, sorry. See, the thing is, I don't remember anything, but I just remember like all the interactions between everybody is like freaking fantastic. Um, and it's like the conversation between him and the blood demon. Is it the Azure the the sky heaven the heaven sky guy or whatever, the guy with the beard like this, and then the guy in shackles, the what's his name, or not his name, his title, the the advisor, right? um, and then him, okay, sorry, I guess I'll talk about a plot that like is coming to my mind right now, but the situation where uh, the 1,000 year iron, like 1,000 year cold iron or whatever. I don't know what it's called, but something like that. Um, it's like used to like shackle the advisor, um, and then he he shows up and brings like his people, right? His wing, his left wing, his right wing, his heart, his right hand, his left hand, um, all that stuff. I forget which body parts he has and which body parts he doesn't, but but seeing him bring all of them over to uh, the sky heaven sect. Is it even the sky heaven sect? I forget. It's something. Um, but the entire thing for that. Sorry, I'm like butchering this. Go read. Go read it. It is fantastic. I'm just talking about the whatever, but him going through all that where he has to like convince, he like plays his game. I mean, I guess it's all games or whatever, right? Because this is the demonic faction, right? Or is it the demonic faction? Sorry, there's too many manhwas. Um, but I believe this is like the demonic like sect, right? And in the demonic sect, I don't know where does manhwa like originate from and all this stuff. I know it like comes from like the comes from China, or well, a lot of like the original stuff comes from China, right? because I mean it all takes place in China, uh, and it's like the absolute dominion, I believe. Sorry, this is an aside, but absolute dominion. I believe this comes. Absolute dominion is like a, I want to say prequel, but it like takes place before. Um, it takes place before Absolute Regression. Is that right? That's what I heard. I don't know if it's true or not. But Absolute Dominion takes place in like Wuhan, right? And then they talk about like all that stuff. And then there's freaking like, what is it? The regression of the blossoming of the plum sword. I forget, but that one's also like a, that one's actually not a regression. That one's just a, sorry. I guess these are spoilers for like things I'm listing. But honestly, if you read manhwa and you're watching this, you probably have read a bunch of these. But um, the plum blossom, I forget, but it's a really popular one. Uh, that one, I don't remember where that takes place in, but the one before that, okay, well I also don't know where that one takes place in, but that's like the mad, the crazy mad heavenly demon or something, or not demon. I don't think it's not demon. It's like the crazy whatever. Uh, the dialogue in that is also funny, but it's not as okay. It's when I like weigh things or whatever, they're not like all aspects or I don't know how to pronounce. I don't know like how to say it properly, but the dialogue in the mad heavenly crazy whatever, I forget his title. That was really funny. Um, I think it's still really good as well. Uh, Putting that aside, this one's really good. But sorry, that was a huge aside. The shackles thing, where I think I really enjoyed the symbolism where he turns the shackles into like these daggers, right, and hands it out to all of his like all of his people, right? And I really enjoy that. A lot of the methods that, or well, not the methods, but basically for being in a like demonic cult, right? If you've read like a bunch of demonic cult stuff, it's like planning, scheming, like killing, all that stuff. Uh, Dang it, what is that other title? Sorry, the one where the guy, I forget. I'm just gonna describe it. But there's the like four. So okay, well, there's the main character, and then there's the four like main siblings. Are they siblings? I forget. But the main four like people who are going to inherit uh the like position or whatever. I think it's inheriting. I forget. Anyways, they're like basically killing each other, right? And I mean they have regret. There's like regression in here. So like different ones die sometimes or whatever. But um, but it's like scheming, killing, and all that stuff, which is common to, or I guess, rest in peace YouTube monetization. But I don't have that. But it is how it is. Anyways, the what was I even talking about? Freaking boomer memory. It's almost 1 a.m. These are always at late at night because that's when like it's most quiet. Um. Anyways, the dude, what was I talking about? The heavenly demon? No, not the heavenly demon. Oh yes, scheming, plotting, and all that stuff for the main character in Absolute Regression. Like honestly, he seems very orthodox, right? He seems like he comes from the orthodox. But I guess another random thing is that like if you read perspectives from like the cult, like on Orthodox members, you'll some of them portray like Orthodox members as also being scheming and all this stuff and not as righteous as they make themselves out to be. And I guess it's like matter of perspective from who you're reading it from. Uh, but he feels orthodox, I guess, for lack of better terms, because his his what do you call it? His ideals are very like set in stone, right? And what one of the things that he has set in stone is basically like he doesn't want, like, he basically wants to do good, so he doesn't want to, like, the people that support him, he doesn't want them to be forced to be like to be forced to follow him. And that's like in the current arc that is going on with the crazy smiling demon. He, like, he does not, he straight out says, he probably does say it a couple times before in the past. I don't remember off the top of my head, but for this latest chapter, he says that, like, he does not want to support, or he does not want support that is like forced, right? And that's between the two deal that they're making. The crazy smiling demon says that he's going to, that he has like a request, which is to allow him to leave the demonic village. I believe that's called. That's what the place is called, the demonic village or something like that, like that. And that's because, like, the last time he left, he like freaking murdered a bunch of people, uh, right? And I guess another thing that I like about this manhwa is that, I mean, everybody has their own, like, everybody is their own person, right? I guess that's the goal of like every story, is to like have characters that are their own people. But some don't get the chance to like explore deeply into each person. Um, so currently, I'm thinking about, like, well, we do see a lot of the, like, the blood heaven demon, the uh, what's her name, the person, the two rivalries, or I wouldn't call it rivalries, but the two people that like hate each other, um, but they both support the main character. I forget her name, and I also forget her title. Uh, but those two, and then the dude, I cannot do this at 1 a.m. I am literally losing my train of thought. What was I even talking about, dude? Oh my gosh. Uh, the the it's not gonna come back to me, is it? The I'm having like a freaking moment right now. I guess I'll talk about something else until I remember it. But I really want to like get back on that, but I can't. What is it? The conversation between, no, not the conversation. The Yom and, dude, I'm about to lose it. Okay, I'll talk about something else. I cannot remember. Oh, the freaking happy smiling demon uh and his request to to the main character, right? And we see that a lot of the other characters like have some kind of story to them. I'm guessing we're eventually going to learn when or what the rivalry, or not the rivalry, but what makes the, like, sword, the blood sword demon and the I forget her name, but they're two thingies. We're gonna learn about why they hate each other, right? I mean, right now they're kind of, I guess they're warming up to each other, sort of ish, but um, but yeah, we don't know right now. But I'm interested to see what the story behind that is. Uh, and there's a lot of like other like things like that where it's like the the Sky Azure Heaven Demon. I forget what the heck his name is. Excuse me, his title, or the his thing is like he wants to go into the Central Plains, right? Everybody talks about the Central Plains, by the way. Uh, but he wants to go into the Central Plains, and it shows like all of, I won't say all of it, but it shows like some of his history in that arc where he's like, where the main character is basically wooing the advisor in, and I guess he, in the fact that he woos the advisor, then he woos this guy in as well. But going back to that, I'm interested in like the happy smiling demon. I wonder whether like him killing people is for fun, you know, or there's like a deeper reason to it, right? Because I guess the main character was talking about how he came to a restaurant. Was it that restaurant? Dude, I read this like this morning, I think, like today, this week, and I forgot. Um, but he was talking about how the smiling happy demon has gone to a restaurant and or gone to something, and it was with his father, I believe. And when he came with his father, he probably did not think like the thoughts that he has now. Basically saying that the smiling happy demon is like the way he is now, probably due to something. And I'm wondering if like him, well, like him being restricted from leaving the demonic village is because one aspect is that he's freaking murderous and crazy or whatever, but he like killed all those people in the village, and there must have been like something, right? And we know that the sorry, um, the I don't know how to phrase this properly, but the main character does not want to like support evil essentially. Um, and I guess he probably knows something or sees something or something. He's way smarter than I am, but he sees something in the heavenly, the the smiling demonic, the happy, the evil smiling demon. Sorry, I forget his title. There's way too many titles. Um, but his like otherwise, like why would he be recruiting him? I guess aside from power or whatever, like the support of the eight heavenly supreme and the eight heavenly demon supremes. Um, but I guess also it's like the what's his name? Uh, it was like I forget. It was not because of the recommendation of the blood lord demon, blood sword demon. It was because the blood sword demon revealed to him that the person who supported him was, oh wait, the person who supported the person becoming the next illusion demon. I forget the title, but the illusion castle or whatever it's called. The support was from the blood demon or the smiling happy demon. um, and it's like, sorry, I don't really have a thought to that. I was just saying that, like, I guess he's currently like learning about him or whatever, uh, or not learning him, but like getting trying to get him or whatever. But I guess, I mean, he has a history from his previous regression, or from his previous life, where he was like friends with the smiling happy demon, and he like when he freaking kills him in the past, he like regrets what did he regret, or he feels bad that the smiling happy demon, he said like, you were a friend, question mark, was that true? I forget, but like he was like up until the end when he was dying, it was like he didn't know if that was his true self or not or whatever, because he's always behind the mask, right? But then he later figured out, and then he was like, no, I'm not your friend, or he didn't respond. I forget how he responded, but he basically was like, dang, I should have told him that I was his friend or whatever. um, and they talk about friendship a lot right now in this current arc, where it's like, I want to be your friend, right? But the the main character is like, well, I kind of know that like this guy wants to be my friend, and being his friend means that he wants to kill me or whatever. uh, I forget the exact reasoning or line of thought, but there's that. um, but sorry, it's like 1:02 a.m. and I don't remember anything about this manhwa to do it justice. It is good. There's a lot of yapping. There's a lot of good yapping, um, and it feels grounded? Question mark. I don't know if that's the right word, but it, it's good. I definitely would recommend it. Uh, I always look forward to reading this every week or whatever the freak it is. Uh, yeah, there's that. There's a lot of other manhwas I'm reading. I don't know if I'll talk about them because I don't. I also don't remember anything from them. There's way too many. There's freaking. Oh, what is that? Is it overgeared getting an anime now? So solo leveling got an anime, and then overgeared getting an anime. I guess there's gonna be a bunch of manhwas turning into animes. Was Dice an anime or was Dice a manhwa? That was like a really long time ago. I think Dice was like one of my first manhwas, but I don't remember if I'm to be honest. If it was my first manhwa or not. And also, was Real Life a manhwa or was that a manga? I know it became an anime, but sorry. This is like I only started reading. Oh, I'm also waiting for. What was it? I have to look. Be prepared for flashbang because that's. Oh wait, never mind. I do have dark mode. Um, a regressor's tale of cultivation. I do enjoy that one. But they're currently on hiatus, break, whatever. So the next part's gonna come later. But yeah, I'm looking forward to when that comes back. Uh, and then there's like freaking, there's freaking way too many martial arts manhwa and stuff like that. Yeah, but go read this one. This one's nice. If you want to take a break from like reading action and that kind of stuff, then read this. I think that's it. Peace.